Attract, develop, and retain project professionals and practitioners to ensure the NHS has the capacity and the capability to deliver sustainable change for the benefit of patients. This is our team, Challenge 14D, AWOL glasses. The problem statement: we need an oversight of the project workforce across the NHS and to ensure we have the right number of project professions in the right place with the right skills. This key metric is based on the behavior that users satisfied with the product are likely to recruit 2.5 new users. National Hospital Programme, implied demand against supply, demand profile. Our key aim is 1, to ensure we have the right number of project professions, 2, the project professions to be balanced nationally, and 3, the professionals to be equipped with the right skills.
During the data cleaning process, we assess the data to understand its structure and the connection between the tables. We then compare the challenge overview to the data to determine which problems will lie outside the scope of our solution. The challenge owner provided us an online form to generate the required data to tackle the challenge. However, due to form permissions, we duplicated the form and populated it with dummy data, so that the solution would be easy to transplant using the original form. The online form is the first step of the proposed data model. Every new form response is uploaded automatically to the data warehouse with a notification sent to the relevant personnel. The visualization dashboard is linked to the SQL server and updated at the same time.
Determined the problems we could solve in the time frame with the data provided, we needed to clean the data in order to make it more readable once ingested to Power BI. This involved using a Python script to examine and sanitize the entries row by row, and then repeating this for all provided datasets. Finally, we knew this was a point at which we could also handle one of the first problems and use the cleaning process to generate a unique project professional ID for those in the system.
The scope of this challenge was vast, so for this solution there were 3 aspects we prioritised. This was to provide a current profile of all the existing and aspiring project professionals in the NHS. We could see their EDI profile, their job role, and also their area of work. We provided a heat map of professionals also within the UK to show regional locations where resource was allocated. We implemented a skills forecast which predicted NHS project recruitment strategy using confidence levels for certainty. So we managed to predict the project resource demand from 2020 all the way through 2030. We looked at 2021 project resource demand, which was basically split by band and location. This was taken from the NHS job search site. We then aimed to quantify the current skill set in project managers to give a much easier representation of the current project skill set via a radar chart. We coupled this with a target goal overlaid in green, whereby we can see how far off the workforce capability is. So you can look at the east of England and compare it with the target, or you can look at all of them together. From this, we can now provide a more targeted training in specific areas when aligning with resources such as the project and change capability framework. We know aptitude and attitude are key indicators of development, so we also collect data on project interest, qualifications and experience. This data is an improvement on the current skills collection tool provided by the NHS. We also gave all project professionals a professional ID, which would be unique so they could use with the ESR when looking at future qualifications and CPD.
For the first question regarding data imputation errors, it was easy enough to remove those specific entries in Excel that were erroneous. This also could have been handled in the Python data cleaning stage. For example, there are a few mistakes with the postcodes and a duplicate site IDs column which appeared in the raw datasheet. This was resolved in Excel as it was a relatively simple correction. And for the second question regarding how we'd set up a pipeline to automate this process, as mentioned before in the data modeling step, we do have a conceptualization of how the data flow could be automated from Microsoft Forms to Power BI to automatically update the visualization through the SQL server. This is an implementation we would have ideally pursued had we had the right resources, but it can be a possible solution for implementation in the next hack. For the final question regarding identifying specific demographics to target, the dashboard we've produced provides statistics for EDI within the current NHS project workforce. We can compare this with their future EDI strategy and data from the national census to identify areas of improvement. This will then allow the NHS to target groups where the NHS is behind in expected diversity.